Thank you for giving me this opportunity to detail and talk about one of my Power BI projects that I have executed. My name is Habib Abdulrazak and I have been a data analytical profession for more than 6 years. Over the course of 6 years, I've had the opportunity to work with a different stakeholder in a different industry where I use tools like Power BI, SQL, Excel, Python, Snowflake, and a host of others to help them solve simple to complex business problem they are encountering and build a data-driven analytical solution that enable them to make efficient and effective decision with regards to the operation of the company. So in this video, I'll be talking about financial and operation performance analytical dashboard I built for a company operating in the healthcare industry. This happened to be one of the most impactful projects that I have created. In this project, which started thus that the stakeholder and executive want to capture all the metric and the KPI that give them the insight as well as the actionable information about the financial and non-financial operation of the company. After having a meeting with the stakeholder, we were able to identify and conclude on the metric that need to be captured in this particular dashboard. And in addition to this, when identify all this metric, I was equally be able to deep dive into this metric to identify the business unit stakeholder that will be who I can further consult in order to get more information about this metric and KPI. After eliciting requirement about this particular dashboard, I equally proceed further to identify the data source that will be required to build this particular dashboard. After identifying the data sources identified were in production database in Postgres, Microsoft SharePoint folder, data on Google Sheets, data from SurveyMonkey, which house the data about the customer experience and a host of the other data source. After identifying this particular data, I proceed to build the data warehouse in the Snowflake that capture all this particular data. I was equally be able to build the data model and normalize all this data in this data in the Snowflake data warehouse. From there, I then proceed to use Power Query, further transform this data into something I will be equally able to write simple to complex DAX language to obtain the metric and enable the dashboard to provide the actionable insight to the stakeholder. After transforming this further transforming this data in a Power BI Power Query, I loaded this data into the console. I was able to use DAX to build each of these metric and the KPI, agree with the stakeholder. Then I will then proceed to use visual, various visual to project to show the to use various features to show the different KPI and the measure. And this dashboard I equally capture the executive that can give anybody a snapshot of the complete operation performance within few seconds before going to each of these report and the dashboard to further obtain the insights about the complete operation. After doing this, I was able to review this particular dashboard with stakeholder, then further use the DAXes to enhance this metric and the kind of the insight this stakeholder obtain from this dashboard. In order to give my dashboard, to this particular dashboard a better aesthetic, I further use Power BI to build the templates, to build the attractive templates for this dashboard in order for the stakeholder to have a better UX and UI experience of this particular dashboard. After doing this, I was able to close out this particular project, share it with all the stakeholder concerned, and as well I equally share it with the executive.